Good morning and a happy Thursday, everybody. I'm Trisha Swenson over at Beaver Creek, and we've got a lot to tell you about. Of course, we've got brackets that are being filled. The Final Four tournament is starting. We also have Thursday night lights tonight. We have a storm coming in, and St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow. So stick around. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Meredith Kirkman, and I'm here in the warm studio of Vail Valley Live. Thanks for tuning in. It is actually a Wednesday, so maybe Trisha's thinking a little ahead today, but we are so excited and looking forward to St. Paddy's Day. There's so many things happening in town, from Eagle to Avon to Vail, so we got you covered to plan ahead for your holiday. And also, it's spring break, so we have tons of crowds and a lot of people here skiing. A lot of visitors from New York, Florida, Texas, all over. So it's been fun to meet and see where everyone's at and enjoying the days. And we also are looking forward to a winter storm advisory. We thought there was a chance for some weather to happen overnight, but that is not the case. So roads were pretty clear on my commute in, but it's going to start to pick up around 1 p.m. So let's take a quick look just to see what we can expect for weather today. And quick shout out to Outlets at Silverthorne for bringing you this weather and mountain report. So weather is going to pick up around the afternoon. Currently it is about 31 degrees. At the top of the mountains, 24. So it is always colder at those higher elevations, but we are going to see a warmer day, high of 43 and low of 30. So that is going to mean we're going to see a mixture of that moisture. It's going to be a little bit more rain and wet at the valley floor, especially as we head west more into Edwards, Eagle, Gypsum. But at the top of the mountain, it will be snowing. We are going to see a few inches today and overnight. So we'll look at those snow totals in a bit. But looking forward ahead to the weekly. Tomorrow, we are going to expect to see snow as well. It's going to continue on. High of 31, low of 12. And we have winds northwest. And yeah, it's going to be about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and that chance of snow tomorrow is 60%. And then as we get to Friday, it's going to clear. We aren't expecting to see snow on Friday. It's going to be partly cloudy, and we are going to see low of -3. So that's good to kind of conserve the snow on the mountain so it doesn't just melt away immediately. High of 33 on Friday. And then it's going to be just a beautiful weekend. We're going to see mostly sunny skies, some afternoon clouds on Saturday, high around 36. So nice day to layer up because that could feel a little bit warm or it could potentially feel cold, just kind of depending on the wind. And then for Sunday, 36, low of 8. So it's good to see those lows start to come back. We have about 30s, 40s as our highs for the next couple days. Looking at those snow totals, we're expected to see 6 new inches tomorrow and 5 new inches at Vail, 6 at the Beeve. So that's great news. And then no snow accumulation over the weekend. And then ever so lightly, we'll see the snow head back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then a big day, 7 inches predicted for Thursday. So snow on Thursdays today and next week. So as I look at your weather, I was able to ski this weekend. It felt so good to be up on the mountain. I don't know if my PT would have 100% agreed with me. There was a lot of snow on the mountain, especially Saturday morning. That was when we woke up to 8 inches at the Beeve, and it was just too good not to go and try it. So this was on Centennial, and you can see how much snow buildup there was. And so it was honestly a little bit intimidating at the beginning of the day, but As it kind of warmed up and it kind of got skied out, it just became really soft. And I would say I enjoyed skiing Vail even more on Sunday. And it was just really soft. And we went back into Blue Sky, which was my first time back in Blue Sky Basin this year. And we were basically just taking some laps on Pete's Express. And it was gorgeous. We did. Is it Revolution Bowl? I think it's called back there. Just some great runs, and then we did see a bit of crowds, but the lucky thing is 5,000 acres on Vail, lots of room to spread out. So I had such a great day on the hill. Hopefully you're getting out there. Let's see if Trisha has been able to get up on the mountain and enjoy some of the great conditions we have so far.
Oh, I tell you, Meredith, it's about as good as it gets out there right now, especially with just, we get every couple of days, we're getting fresh new snow and so soft. I call it kind of soft serve ice cream. I was out
Totally.
there on Sunday over at Vail. I skied a little bit on Monday as well, and it was just awesome. And hopefully, we'll get some more snow out of this next system. When I drove in out to the west, it looks pretty ominous. We're seeing some very dark clouds coming our way. We have complete cloud cover overhead, but they're a little bit higher clouds right now. So we'll see. Maybe within the next hour, we'll be able to see this storm come on in. But I'm so sorry. I thought it was Thursday. I don't know if it's daylight savings time, and like I'm just jumping ahead, and I've got so many things like I'm trying to keep track of on my mind that are going on that I literally thought it was Thursday today, but it's only Wednesday.
It's
We
only
got we got more
Wednesday.
time.
Exactly. And you're right. We did see daylight savings on Sunday. So we started to see really bright mornings when we got up here early at, 6:30, 7:30, and now it's dark again. I mean, it was pitch black driving into the
Yeah.
studio today at 6:30. And so it's just starting to get light about 7 a.m. And so, we'll take it because that means we have more light in the afternoon, and that is always really nice when you walk out at 6 p.m. and it's still bright as can be and the sun is slowly setting. So it's a nice time of year.
It definitely is. And I'm already wearing my green. St. Patrick's Day is on Thursday. I mean, on Friday. So I think that's why I was all confused. And hey, I want to talk a little bit about times and the daylight savings time and everything. A lot of people are probably thinking, oh, Vail closes at 4 o'clock. You know what? They never move that back, Meredith. They're going to stay 8:30 to 3:30. So do keep that in mind. That means back bowls close at 3. That means Blue Sky Basin closes a little before that. So just be aware. A lot of people think, oh, well, the daylight savings time, or usually in February we were pushing that back to 4 o'clock. Not the case this year. It could always change. There was an article about it in the Vail Daily earlier this
Mhm.
week. I don't know if it will. It might just be 8:30 to 3:30 the rest of the season, and then Vail closes on April 23rd. Beaver Creek closes on April 16th. So we're looking at less than 40 days of the season left, which is pretty hard to believe.
It is. That's why you got to get up and use your pass to the full extent. Try to get those days up. I know my boyfriend's almost at 70 days, so pretty admirable for him. I'm trying to make it just a much smaller goal than he is, but make good use of the pass. And I know it's kind of a bummer that it's not going to be open till 4 because I like going in the afternoon, having a nice morning and relaxing and then going up in the afternoon. But at Beaver Creek, it does close at 4 p.m. So maybe fingers crossed, maybe they will keep it open. But I don't know if it's due to employees or anything. But it is good for people to be aware of that because it does shorten it by 30 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. And then over here at Beaver Creek, they basically keep their hours the same all season. 8:30 in the morning is opening time. 4 o'clock is when we'll see the Haymeadow Express, Centennial Express, Strawberry Park Express. Those lifts will close at 4. But then areas like Arrowhead and Bachelor Gulch, Rose Bowl, they will close at 3:30. So those are kind of the lift times that we're looking at right now. But I don't know if we're going to see any sunshine for a nice sunny afternoon hanging on the deck or anything. thing today, but we'll have to see. But hey, speaking of sunny afternoons, hanging out on the deck, Shannon Tanner is back at Powder 8, and he's going to be on the show this morning. So we're excited to have this long-time local performer coming out. He's just here for the week. He's gone to the warmer climates now. He plays, but with beautiful blue water and sand behind him when he gets out there and plays. But that's what we're going to be doing today. We'll get an interview with him later on. And then there is so much going on for St. Patrick's Day, not just on St. Patrick's Day, but throughout the weekend. The Westin has a lot of things going on. They have this new whiskey barrel that is like life size. So you get in there and it's basically an experience for 4 people. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about, the live music we have going on. We have a lot of topics to cover today.
We do. Hopefully, we'll get to all of them because we surely want to. Wednesday's a nice day where you still have plenty of time to plan for the weekend and look forward to what's to come. And even today, we have a big performance up at the Vilar, and we have 6 performances in the next 4 days or something like that. Crazy. So packed schedule. We're going to get to all of it. We're going to take a quick short break, but right after this, we have headlines, road report, and so much more. So if you are tuned in, make sure to like and subscribe and chat in. Say hello. Say what's up. We want to hear from you. A little comment, a question. We love interacting with you early on our mornings. We'll take a quick break, but we'll be right back.
Join us every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and watch Vail Valley Latino. Our goal is to elevate the voices of the Latino community in the Eagle River Valley and provide a platform to speak with local businesses, organizations, entrepreneurs, creatives, and much more. Find the show on Facebook, YouTube, and Outside Television Channel 17. We are Vail Valley Latino.
All right, let's see what made headlines for today, your Wednesday, March 15th, mid-March. Can you believe it? Time is flying, but we have a nice photo of some local soccer girls taking the cover, opening with a bang. Battle Mountains Anna Glass charges down the field against Glenwood Springs in the season opener Tuesday in Edwards. The Huskies won 5-0. And taking the big headline, sacking sack lunches. Vail Resorts CEO tells investors that company has more work to be done when it comes to getting guests to return to on-mountain restaurants. Has Vail trained its guests not to eat at its restaurants? The CEO company is taking a look at this. Definitely skiers and snowboarders enjoy many of the free decks for some picnics, but they aren't quite seeing the numbers in the restaurants. And there's quite a variety of restaurants on the mountains. So if you're interested in this story, you can read a little bit more on page A3. And looking at your local and region news, putting the Postal Service on notice. Avon joins a coalition of at least 7 mountain communities to analyze legal options with the Postal Service. They're seeking solutions together. You can take a look a little bit more about this on A2. And hey, our good friend Ken Hovey, we've been talking about this recently on the show. Our fellow co-host Ken Hovey was on Shark Tank, and we've all heard of Shark Tank. Such a great business show that plays on ABC, and this aired Friday, March 10th. And spoiler alert, he got a deal. So if you don't know his new company, Flated, was launched in November 2021, and it makes products out of inflatable drop stitch material, kind of the same, that's used for the inflatable stand-up paddleboards. So it's very versatile and practical products like truck toppers and cargo carriers and decks for sleeping in your truck. So like a truck bed or a van bed that can easily be removed and stored away when they're not in use. And Shark Diamond actually did give them an offer, $350,000 for a royalty of 8% in the company. So hopefully you can catch the episode. They do run a lot of them on live. You can also look it up, but snaps to Ken. We're so proud of him, and we're excited to see the future of Flated. And this is one of the shows that we can look forward to this week. Magic and comedy collide when Justin Willman takes the Vilar stage on March 16th. We'll be talking a lot more about that. There's 2 shows that you can see on Thursday, 4:30 and 7:30. So stay tuned a little bit more later in the show as we review what you can see with his performance. And hashtag Vail Live, you know it. You can see your photos in the paper yourself just by using hashtag on Instagram. So you can see Ballet X is actually taking the hashtag, and they're coming to the Vilar March 25th. We love Ballet X. They're kind of our resident ballet company. They're a big part of the Vail Dance Festival. So we are excited to see them perform this winter up at the Vilar. And then just a gorgeous photo right there, of the Mountain of the Holy Cross. It looks like a painting. And then Town Talk. This is where you can email a photo and caption to towntalk@vaildaily.com. Maybe wish someone a happy birthday. I see we have a few happy birthdays. Our good friend Heidi, who's over at the Vail Daily, and she was getting love with her family, Mark, Madison, and Sawyer. And we have lots of skiers and a lost dog. I know we've been seeing this lost dog, so hopefully we can find Blue, the Bernese mountain dog. But great way to interact with your community. The paper is filled today, let me tell you. There's so many ads about what's happening, different restaurant specials, and then you have your calendar events, which is always great to kind of take a peek and see if there's anything that interests you. And then I also saw the brackets coming out. So good reminder that March Madness is here. So I know I'm going to do March Madness this year. It's always exciting to follow sports. And you can actually win some cool prizes and money here locally. So pick up your copy, free $99 across the valley, just to stay in touch with the community. All right, now let's stay in touch with those roads. We are in a winter storm advisory, but the roads are pretty clear. The commute was nice and easy. You can see clear roads, not a lot of traffic this morning. Midweek is always a nice one to travel if you do have to, head to Grand Junction, head west, or head east to Denver. Pretty easy on the roads. But on Friday, you're always going to expect to see heavy traffic flowing from Denver up here to the high country and then in reverse back on Sunday. It normally will add at least an hour and a half to your commute. So keep that in mind. And as the snow comes in this afternoon, you never know how it's going to act up on the interstate. A lot of times things will slow down, especially if a plow is coming through. Everyone's just got to slow down and be grateful that a plow is clearing the roads. So just really slow, take it easy, make sure you're ahead of schedule if you do need to clear off the snow on your car and in the driveway. So just a few reminders. You can always go to cotrip.org to get these alerts, see the traffic cams. There's also a really good app that you can get that just goes to your phone and you can kind of check how those roads are looking, especially if you are one of those commuters from Denver who make the trek and they're the weekend warriors. All right. Well, let's bring Trisha back in and kind of chat about some of the places I'm getting a little Facebook chat. Ooh, I'm looking for a good cup of local coffee this morning. Any recommendations? Yes, of course. We're early birds here and we need our coffee. So if you're in Vail, we love the Vail Yeti, which is right in the heart of Solaris. That's a great cup of joe. And then one of my favorite coffee shops that also turns into a bar is Two Arrows. And so that's going to be on Wall Street, right below Vendetta's. So that's a nice, cute little coffee corner. And then in Lion's Head, there's a new coffee shop, which I'm totally forgetting the name of. The Bell. The Bell. It's really cute and it's very front and center in Lion's Head. We also love the French Deli. And then up at Beaver Creek, I would say Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea is definitely where I get my coffees every morning when I'm up there, bar none. So those are my recommendations this morning. Cup of joe. We can't survive without coffee, huh, Leah? No. Not for these early mornings. But let's bring Trisha back in and see where she's wandered off to.
All right, Meredith. Yeah, I was going to definitely mention Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. That's probably where I'll head after the show today and get a little chai tea latte. But hey, I wanted to show you Ski Patrol dogs and meet the Beaver Creek Patrol dogs. There's a cute little sign that has the photo and their names and then some little bio information about these guys. So this is Ruby. Ruby is in training. This is Ruby's rookie year, and this is the Black Labrador Retriever. What he loves about working on the mountain, working. He's a working dog. He loves it. His favorite treat is basically any food ever. And her favorite toy is her little blue turtle. We've also got Trigger. Now, Trigger has been here for 7 years, a veteran on the patrol. And his coolest trick is the ski school sneeze. So I wonder what that is. I bet you that's a fun little thing when they go to the ski school. And he loves to play ball. His favorite part of working on the mountain is chasing snowmobiles. And then Telly is a young one too. So Telly is a golden retriever, a rookie year as well. And her favorite thing about working is playing fetch and eating. And then Luna is the biggest veteran on the whole team, been here 9 years, loves playing frisbee golf. Her favorite treat is ice cubes. So it's just really cool that you can learn a little bit about the patrol dogs right here and then look for them when they're working. And then also, Meredith, have you heard about the Eager Beaver Adventure Company Challenge? So this is new this year, and this is a scavenger hunt that you do throughout the village. And you know what's really cool about this? You're not really on your device. So parents, you can get those kids off the phone. So they, you basically scan your QR code, and then what you do is you grab an adventure kit at the guest services center where Lost and Found is, and then you're going to be going place to place, find all the clues, and so that's kind of a neat little thing to do. If you're looking for a different way to spend the afternoon, you can do it with, as a team. You can do it as a family. It's kind of nice to have the older siblings maybe help the younger ones out. But I love that they're doing that this year.
Oh, yeah. The families love it. And there couldn't be a more perfect spot than Beaver Creek to be roaming around, finding little clues and hints. I remember my young days growing up in Beaver Creek. It was like the coolest village. They always did this cool Halloween town. And it is some of my favorite memories. And it's such a safe place where kids really can feel like they can trust and wander and be on their own. And so it's really cool that Beaver Creek has put this little adventure scavenger hunt together.
Oh yeah, you know what? And parents, you can kind of feel rest assured. You mean like, okay, go down to the candy store, go down to the ice rink. We'll see you later, kind of thing. It's just all so nice and enclosed here, but we're slowly seeing people get up and get ready. The mountain opens at 8:30, but ski school, they've got all the skis, alphabetical order, waiting for the kids to come back. So it's interesting. It's really quiet right now. But Meredith, I heard that the Vail Village parking structure, they were spilling out of the structure yesterday on a Tuesday. So it's spring break when we're that busy on a Tuesday.
Definitely. And with spring break and all of the action up at Beaver Creek, we're looking forward to Thursday Night Lights tomorrow. And that is such another fun activity up in Beaver Creek. Even if you're staying in Vail, it's worth hopping on a shuttle or getting a taxi or just taking your car up. There's parking up there at evenings, and it's 3 hours free, or 3 hours free after 4 p.m. And it is a really cool thing, Thursday Night Lights. I say Beaver Creek, they're overachievers. They do fireworks every week. And not only do they do fireworks, they also do a little ski down. So it is your one opportunity in the valley to do some night skiing. You do have to be intermediate level to do this, but it's pretty cool. I know you've done this with some of your family friends.
Yeah, you know what? Level 5 or above, comfortable making turns in the dark, carrying glow sticks. And I want to remind people that now that we've switched to daylight savings time, we're going to have registration begin at 7 p.m. instead of 6. And then you'll be loading the gondola at about 7:30 and then going down from there. We have to wait till it's dark enough. So please keep that change in mind. Maybe do dinner a little bit early, especially for those younger ones, because it might get a little late after it's all said and done. But it's really the cool thing to just spectate, or if you've never done it before, even as adults, it's something fun definitely to do.
Definitely. And then the other big attraction at Beaver Creek is, of course, the Vilar Performing Arts Center, which is really in the heart of the village. So it's right under the ice skating rink. Sometimes people don't even realize that, but you're skating on top of a world-class venue, and they've been celebrating a big anniversary this year. And like we said, it's a packed schedule from now through the weekend. So there's 6 performances in the next 4 days. So I know we have a very exciting performance this evening, and it is limited availability. But this is Croce plays Croquet, right?
No, AJ Croce,
Croce. Oh, I get so nervous because I'm a Croc fan, but it's Croce plays Croce. And this is
Yes.
really cool because his son AJ is playing his father's music. And I know he was kind of resistant for a while. But now he's really dedicating a lot of this music. And I know he said he's going to be doing a lot of he's keeping it open. It's very improv. He's not keeping it too planned. So I always love when you can see musicians do that and really have that time just to get to know the artist. They're really real on stage just talking to you, and the Vilar is the perfect setting for that.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great way to see AJ. And so many people in his band are a Grammy award winning artists on their own. So he'll be on piano, a little on guitar. He'll have his band backing him. And, he's been performing for 30 years. So in his own right, he's a great performer. And you know what? The guy's life kind of writes like a blues song. Lost his dad before he was 2. He's survived a house fire. His wife of 24 years died of a rare heart ailment. I mean, talk about material to write about. He's got plenty of blues scenarios that have happened in his real life.
Yeah, hearing that emotion in the blues is it's touching. So be ready, people. It might be a really heartfelt performance. So we actually had a chance to talk to AJ. So we'll play that interview in just a little bit. But just to cover the next few days at the Vilar, we're expecting to see Justin Willman. And this was in the paper. He is a comedian and magician. Now, he's not a dragon. We did see Piff the Magic Dragon, who also is a magician / comedian, but they both have been seen on TV often. So he made appearances on the Today Show, the Tonight Show, Ellen. He's also done some writing and producing for America's Got Talent and some Disney stuff. But he's he's just got his own show as well. He grew up in St. Louis in the 90s, so you maybe have seen him there. So he has really kind of been all over the place, and now he's going to be taking the stage by storm. He has two different performances, one at 4:30, one at 7:30. And the later show is a little bit more for the adults. The later night, maybe a little bit kind of different comedy. But either way, it's going to be a family fun affair. Tickets all can be purchased at vilarpack.org. So this is on Thursday, March 16th. And then we have the Star Show, which is going to be the day show. And then another night show, so another double head performance. And this is Danu. And this, doesn't get more perfect for celebrating St. Paddy's, huh?
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, it's so great that we've got them on the actual day. It's one thing for them to come across the pond to the U.S., but to play in Colorado and play in Beaver Creek on St. Patrick's Day, this is going to be your quintessential way to spend the holiday.
The ancient Irish music they've been playing for over 2 decades. So you're going to see the flute, the whistle, the fiddle, the accordion, vocals, maybe even a little Irish two-step. I would be surprised if we didn't see that. A little dancing. But this is a nice way to celebrate the culture in St. Paddy's Day, and that's going to be on Friday. So lucky us. And then on Saturday, Pat Green, and I know he's been to the Valley before. He's the Texas songwriter, 3 Grammy nominations. Have you seen Pat Green?
You know what? I haven't seen Pat Green, but I've written about him. So, I know about his music and his long career. It's great that he's coming back. So we're excited for that. So it is just such a packed week for the Vilar Performing Arts Center. And the whole month is like that. We're going to see quite a bit more all the way into mid-April. And then they'll kind of wind things down.
Yeah, we will. But lots to look forward to in March. And then we get into some of the Apre shows, and the amphitheater wakes back up after hibernation. And we're going to see some exciting shows there. But I think, we should hear from AJ. This show's tonight. I know he's flying in, and he's looking forward to being in here in the mountains. So this is going to be a very special show tonight. Tickets are limited availability, but still available. Once again, you can get tickets at vilarpack.org.
Joining us now, we have AJ Croce. He will be at the Vilar Performing Arts Center on Wednesday, March 15th. It's the Croce Plays Croce show. So we're excited to have him on the show right now. We're bringing him in, and you're calling in all the way from Nashville. Welcome.
I am. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. How long have you lived in Nashville?
About 15 years.
Okay. Yeah, what a great place. Musically, that is such the hub place to be, not only for country music, but lots of different genres. So, I can imagine you love it there. But let's talk about the upcoming performance at the Vilar Performing Arts Center in Beaver Creek. It's quite a gem of a theater. Now, have you played here before?
Played all over Colorado, but not there yet. This is the first.
Okay, well, you're going to be treated to, it's a nice intimate theater, horseshoe shaped, very nice for the crowd to get some interaction with you. And will they be able to, tell us how the show is going to run?
Well, I like to leave it a little to chance. There needs to be a fair amount of improvisation in every show. And I have a song list, but not necessarily a set list.
Okay.
And so I'll play all the hits, but besides that, it's up in the air. This show is really about the connection that I have with my father, his music, and the music that really connects us.
So just kind of that legacy and that legendary music helped you live on. And I understand that there was some songs written for you, Time in a Bottle being one of them. So what does that mean to you?
Well, what does it mean to anyone to have a song written about them or for them by anyone is a real tribute and an honor. It's humbling. The fact that it became a song that was known by the world is even overwhelming.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. And I think it's going to be neat that you'll be able to share some of these stories on the stage, right? You'll be able to take
Of
some
course.
breaks between the music.
Of course, of course, we
Yeah.
don't play straight through. It's a great band. All on stage are Grammy-winning musicians and legendary players. Gary Malaber, who was recorded those great records with Van Morrison in the '60s and '70s, and David Berard, who was with Dr. John for so many years, and Patti LaBelle, and my guitar player James Pennebaker, just wonderful players, and they'll go in any direction that I'm willing to take them, which is the most fun, to keep it fresh every night and to throw in new songs and old songs.
Yeah, yeah. Because it sounds like, yeah, some of Jim's songs, some of your songs, and then the different influences that you both had. So it should just be a great night of just all sorts of music. Should be such a great showcase of talent. And you guys are going to be on the road. It looks like you're kind of all over the place before you get to Colorado, anywhere from Louisiana, Rhode Island, and then moving west. So tell us about this tour that you're on right now.
Well, right now it's pretty much all over the map. Tomorrow I'm in Tulsa, and then next I'm flying to New Orleans, and then I'm up in the Northeast, and then back to the Midwest, and then over to you guys in Colorado, and it's pretty crazy. Starting in the fall, I'll be doing a 50th anniversary tour to celebrate my father's 2 albums. 3 albums really: Don't Mess Around with Jim, Life and Times, and I Got a Name. And we'll play all of the songs that are from those albums and more. And so that tour in the fall will be a little bit more. It'll be a little bit more. I don't know, geographically correct, I should say.
Yeah. Not going to so many different time zones all
No.
over. Now, when you're not touring, what are you doing? Are you just still just getting ready and writing more songs? Like, how do you
Writing,
unplug?
playing, trying to exercise a bit every day, going on walks, reading, writing.
Yeah.
I have an album that I'm recording in May, so been planning for that because it's a little hard to do when you're touring as much as I am,
Yeah.
and just kind of go from there.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
And then the last question, any advice, anything that you know now that you would give to your younger self?
I think to not be quite so stubborn. Um, I think I was pretty set in my ways when I was young, and I think had I been a little more open, I would have had more interesting experiences. Not that I haven't had a world of them,
Yeah.
but you can always have more creative and wonderful experiences in this life.
Okay. Okay. Good advice. Good advice at any age, AJ. That's perfect. Okay. All right. Well, hey, we're going to let you go. I know you got your busy tour coming up. You're working on things for your album recording in May. So we want to thank you so much for your time. And we can't wait for you to see the
Yeah.
Vilar. It's such
I
a beautiful
can't wait.
venue. We're looking
Well,
forward to
take
it.
care. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yep. And this show is going to be on Wednesday, March 15th. Tickets still available, $38, 7 p.m. is showtime. So go to vilarpac.org for more information.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors, and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And we are going to wow you with some of the fabulous looks that we have to share with you today from J. Crew and Adidas. Let's take a look. Here's Rachel in J. Crew. I love her navy preppy blazer with striped lining, striped pink tee, amazing white jeans, white sneakers, and gorgeous pink ribbon earrings. With her savings card booklet, it'll be $197, saving $316. Here's Enza in J. Crew Kids with her denim jean jacket, her heart filigree tee, sweetheart leggings, heart necklace, and her white slip-on tennis shoes. Whole outfit of $101 with her savings card booklet. Wow, Liv, you look amazing in J. Crew sportswear line. From her fabulous striped button top, pink leggings, fleece jacket, pearlized headband, fingerless gloves, and her amazing tennis shoes with the pink and copper colors, all from the internet return. Her outfit, $145 outlet, fabulous. Kate is in Adidas in her pink hoodie, pastel leggings, black tote, and her white and pink running shoes. Her whole outfit would come to $138. Okay, Rachel, you look fabulous in your amazing full-length bubble coat from Guess. You've got your fabulous hoodie with the faux fur. And look at those adorable pearl gold shades. Whole outfit with the shades, $138. Here's Kate in Adidas with this black cropped jacket, $42. It's 40% off of their jackets. Here's Liv. She's in Guess in the most amazing puffer jacket with fleece detailing inside the hood. Love the black belt and the sunglasses. Jacket reduced to $65. And her shades are only $45 from $90. Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And just a reminder, be sure and pick up your savings card booklet at the outlets at Castle Rock in the food court at customer service and the outlets at Silverthorne at the Colorado Welcome Center. Love is in the air, and so are the discounts that you're going to find in the savings book. See you soon.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
Let's take a look at that weather. We are in a winter storm advisory, and this is going to continue all the way through tomorrow night, 6 p.m. And there's even some flood warnings. We could accumulate about 6 to even 12 inches at higher amounts. And wind gusts could be as high as 45 miles per hour. So keep that in mind if you are headed to the hill today or tomorrow. It's really going to start to pick up the weather around this afternoon. Right now we have overcast weather at the moment, and it's currently 31 degrees. We're going to see a high of 43 and low of 30, so not too cold. But then looking ahead, that snow is going to continue tomorrow throughout the day. And then we're seeing similar temperatures. The high of 31, low of 12. And then by Friday, that snow is going to clear and we're going to see partly cloudy skies. High of 33, and that low is going to really drop down, -3 by Friday. So that is important to remember this weekend when you are skiing to wear those layers, because with the highs around 36 and sunny to a -3, that really can feel like a big, vast difference. So just something to keep in mind as you get dressed for skiing this weekend. And then Sunday, we'll see partly cloudy skies and low winds. And the UV index is starting to raise as we're getting to these warmer days. So it's 5 out of 10 by Sunday. So always a good reminder to wear the sunscreen. But looking at the snow totals for the next 5 days, we're expecting to see 5 new inches at Vail and 6 new inches at Beaver Creek. And then no new snow over the weekend. As we get to next week, little amounts on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have about 1 inch on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, 4 on Wednesday, and then another hot Thursday, 7 new inches of snow next Thursday. So keep it snowing, keep it coming. We're almost at 300 inches of snowfall for the year. We've already surpassed the amount that we had last year. So pretty impressive on the weather front. But we're going to send things outside. I think Trish has found a friend out roaming Beaver Creek, so we'll send it out to her.
You know what? You never know who you're going to run into at the Beav. I ran into Seth Marks, who used to live here full time, well, a while ago, right, Seth?
Feels like a long time ago now.
Yes. When were you kind of more of a permanent resident here?
In the 90s.
In the 90s.
Throughout the 90s, yeah.
In the 90s. And what many people may not realize is that he wrote a book a while ago about Beaver Creek. Was that around the 25th anniversary?
It was actually right around the '99 World Alpine Championships.
Yes.
And the book is called Mountain Vision, and it really follows the story of the Army's 10th Mountain Division, the soldiers on skis coming back from the war and having a hope and a vision to share the alpine way of life with people all over, and started the search for the best possible site for a ski area. And that search actually started here.
Yeah.
And Willis Nottingham wasn't willing to sell back then, and Pete and Earl Eaton kept looking. They saw Vail and said, okay, this is it, but let's get back to Beaver Creek sometime. And they did. Pete kept visiting Willis each year, asking Willis, will you sell me the land now? I have a really good plan for a ski area. And eventually Willis Nottingham did sell that land to Pete Seibert, and we have Beaver Creek, probably the best ski resort in North America.
Oh, I know. You know, it is really neat to think about Pete and Earl and what they were doing, traveling around, trying to find this place. You know, areas like Aspen and Telluride, like those were already mining towns. Breckenridge included with that.
Yeah.
This wasn't, neither of Beaver Creek or Vail were towns at all. So it really was thinking about, okay, how would this work terrain-wise? And yeah, they were not ready to sell.
No, and there's a lot of sheep,
Yep.
right? Lettuce and rhubarb.
Yep.
And I think what people don't realize is that the plan for Beaver Creek was the first time that the state of Colorado saw a joint review process that involved the Forest Service, Fish and Wildlife, and the developers all sitting in a room together and saying, how do we do this thoughtfully? How do we do it ecologically? How do we make it friendly to nature and to guests, and construct a ski area that fits all of those pieces and provides a great skiing experience, a snowboarding experience. And coming back year after year, I'm just reminded about what a remarkable place this is.
It definitely is.
There's not any place like it.
No, there definitely isn't. And it was so cool. I was doing a story on Beaver Creek's 40th anniversary, which was, it started in 1980, so 2020. But even though we were shut down, I was at the library and I was grabbing all the information.
Yeah.
And your book was one of the ones that I really looked to help fill out the details, and you know how they would take people around, and you know, reporters and investors.
Yeah, and I think that people lose track of that when they come. They're here for an experience, whether it's a family visit or a spring break plan, and they're skiing and riding with friends. A lot of thought and a lot of love went into this place, and having the privilege to spend time with those veterans from the Army's 10th Mountain Division, that was such an honor and such a privilege. And to hear them talk about skiing and being in the mountains, and we want to share this with people. The fact that they achieved it and they got to see it, it's magical. And to be back and see people enjoying it, that's just so much fun. Knowing that they would be happy to see the way people are enjoying it today.
Definitely. All right. Well, Seth, thanks so much. Great to run into you. I know you got to go pick up a pair of skis.
I do.
He's going to head on the
get up there and
slopes.
do some zooming.
Yeah. Where's the good run today?
Well,
What's your choice?
I'll tell you, Royal Elk Glade still has untracked powder in it, and that's one of the best aspects of the beat is you can find powder almost every day of the week. And so Royal Elk Glade.
You heard it here. Royal Elk Glade. His run of the got to be an expert skier to do it.
Yeah, be thoughtful, be careful, and ski with a buddy.
Okay, perfect. All right, thanks, Seth. Hey, Meredith, I'm going to go find Shannon Tanner, so we will see you in a couple.
Awesome. We love bumping into friends up there and celebrating the history and just hearing the stories. That's what it's all about this year, because Vail is celebrating 60 years. So it's very exciting. If you're wanting to learn more history, you can sign up for a free walking tour tomorrow on Thursday. And this is all with the Colorado Snow Sports Museum, which is located right by the parking garage. And this is at 11 a.m. And it's a donation request. The museum is a nonprofit, and they really put together a lot of cool events, also including Through the Lens speaker presentation tonight. And it's going to be Scott Fitzwilliams, and he's with the United States Forest Service and Camp Hale. So this is going to be a really cool look at Camp Hale, some of its history, which is loaded with history. And these are really cool, all taking place at the museum, which again is right by the parking garage. So maybe take a look and read a little bit more about that. And yeah, I mean, there's so much history. We're going to talk about St. Paddy's soon, but not yet. I did get a little note on YouTube, and this is actually some good information. So Alpine Holiday Services actually said that Vail westbound on I-70 is closed at mile marker 173, which is West Vail, right by the fire station. And it's closed due to a rock slide. So we said, thank you for the notice. He said, might be reopened now, but it's moving slow. So I think they closed one lane down. So be aware of that. If you are passing West Vail westbound, you might get some traffic for that rock slide. So hopefully it wasn't too intense. But thanks for chatting in. You always can chat into our show. I know my Uncle Bill and Aunt Trisha are watching, so shout out. Good morning to you guys. And of course, my parents are watching too. They're big fans of the show. So always tune in. I know Rodney Travis too. He tuned in and he said, I miss Alpine Burrito by the Safeway. 2 breakfast burritos fed me breakfast for 4 days, and our team had some interviews there too, so that is no longer there. I'm not sure if they've replaced that, but it's a cool little drive-through business right by Safeway. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We have a lot more coming, but before that, we're going to hear from Dr. Joseph with Vail Summit Orthopedics. He's got a lot of advice when it comes to injury, so let's learn a little more.
Dr. Terrell Joseph with Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, and specialize in upper extremity and knee surgery, and today we're going to be talking about wrist injuries. So I'm going to reach in and pull out the question down in this boot. Can skiing make carpal tunnel worse? Skiing doesn't really make carpal tunnel worse. Carpal tunnel syndrome is a nerve compression. It's right here in this area of the wrist. Biking does make it worse with gripping and grasping like that. And most patients complain of numbness and tingling at night. Gripping a ski pole like that maybe could aggravate it, but that's not typical. How can you tell the difference between a wrist sprain and a broken wrist? So a couple of clues. Sprains don't typically make the wrist or any joint black and blue. That's always suspicious of a fracture, and that can be applied to anywhere, including the wrist. If you press on your bone and it hurts a lot, well, duh, that's probably suspicion for a fracture. If you push on a joint, the joint is where the ligaments live. So you got a joint where the ligaments live, and then you have the bone, and that's the difference in our world. And again, that can be applied to everywhere in the body. So if you're hurting on your bone and you're black and blue, that's an x-ray. What are the most common wrist injuries you see during winter? By far, the most common wrist injury we see is what's called a distal radius fracture. So this is the radius bone right here. It twists like that, the radius of curvature. And when patients fall and land like that, the by far most common fracture is a distal radius fracture. And so even if it's a bad fracture and it needs surgery, which we do all winter long, almost weekly, they do excellent. They tend to all heal, and the function is restored, and so it's a pretty good bone to break if you have to break a bone. How long is too long for a wrist to hurt? The wrist is hurting for more than about 2 weeks, then you probably should have it looked at. Most ligament sprains in the body and in the wrist included will get significantly better or go away within about 2 weeks. If 2 weeks has gone by and the pain is the same, especially if you load up a joint or load up a bone and it creates increased pain, then we worry that there could be a fracture. And the point is that fractures are treated different than sprains. And so if something's been hurting for 2 weeks, then consider coming in and seeing one of us. Thanks for joining us at Vail Valley Live, Ask a Doctor.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
All right, so we got even another update on that I-70 rock slide. So it's also closed eastbound. So it is closed westbound and eastbound, which is definitely a major inconvenience this morning getting to work. So if you are tuned into the show, you heard it here first. Thank you, Alpine Holiday Services Vail, for tuning in and letting us know this notice. Yep, so this is all happening exit 173 right by the fire station in West Vail. Alrighty, let's change gears. We're going to be talking Apre music. We're going to be up at Beaver Creek. I know Trisha's up there, and we obviously love Apre. We love live music, and we have lots of information coming at you. So we're going to send it up to Beaver Creek with Trisha.
All right, thanks so much, Meredith. Yes, I have a man whose name is synonymous with Apre ski music. It is Shannon, and he is back in town 1 week only. Limited engagement, as we like to say. And he's going to be playing at Powder 8, which is right behind us. And you've been playing at Powder 8 for many, many years. It was McCoy's before that. I sometimes slip up, and I still call it that. But when did you start playing at the Beat?
Well, I started playing Park Hyatt, and this is a Park Hyatt show. Probably 30 years. It would have been my 30th year after COVID.
Yeah.
And but yeah, but I played Bino's Cabin earlier than that. So I've been playing my whole career here in the winters.
Okay. Yeah. So you're originally from
South Carolina, still am.
And then you what'd you say? Hey parents, I'm going to Colorado.
Yeah.
I'm packing my guitar and going.
That's kind of how it happened when I was a kid. Yeah, I just it's a story in itself, but yeah, I just threw everything in my car and headed out this way. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? We were talking about just some of the different entertainers that were your contemporaries. Rod Powell, of course, who passed away, and Steve Meyer, but Phil Long, he's still putting on a show, and some of the others. You'll have Peter Fontenay's dropping in with you.
Yeah.
So it's Shannon Tanner, Wingman, and friends. So it's going to be a big group, and I don't know if you'll be playing outside today, but a lot of times you are outside, and that's a super fun party.
It is. I have to tell you that we love playing outside. This week, it's interesting. I was thinking it was going to be, 50 degrees and blue skies, but we're inside, and we probably are going to be inside for the rest of the week, which doesn't mean you can't still sit out on the deck. Right?
No, it's a huge, huge area in there, so it'll be easy, to come on in. You play at 2:30 to 5:30.
Yes.
So I always say maybe do a late lunch and then just roll on down here, get a table, and, do you take any requests? Can we request a few tunes?
Absolutely. Things have changed so much. Now we have these big signs with Venmo, little signs that people come in and they take a picture of and they make a request and it pops up right in the middle of the show. But, you're talking about all the people we've lost. I'd like to talk about that for a second.
Yes.
Donnie Z, my dearest friend Donnie Z, Mac McCain, Tony Galizia, Steve Meyer, and of course Rod Powell and many, many more. And those guys were such just anchors of the music scene. When I got here, Rod Powell introduced himself to me, and we miss those guys. And so I'd like to think that this week period that we Wingman actually lives in South Carolina. He's a Chicago boy, and I've talked him into moving to South Carolina. But so we both drove out separately and came out, but this is kind of a week where we can just all hang memories on the wall, have great fellowship, have great music, and and then honor all of our contemporaries that have passed on, and just hang some memories on just in the brick and mortar of this place. So.
Yeah, and you know what? Vail and Beaver Creek, it's such a repeat customer type of place where people come back, and I'm sure when they hear that you're coming back kind of like for a 1 week only limited engagement, they'll plan their trip around you. I mean, people do that because you guys have created a legacy and lasting memories for families. I'm sure you have kids that have grown up and they've got kids of their own, and they're up asking you to request a song.
It makes you feel really old.
Well, you were all young at heart.
That's
right.
Shannon? Jimmy Buffett said, "We're growing older, but not up." And I like that.
Yeah. I think we're growing wiser.
There
right?
you go.
A little wiser. Maybe not.
David Wilcox said we should start with the ending and go forward.
Yeah, perfect. Well, so what can we expect today? What kind of music are we going to hear? And who's going to be dropping in, or don't you know?
Yeah, I do, for the most part. Wingman obviously is going to be here. So myself and Wingman are kind of the anchor. And then, of course, Peter Fontenay is coming in this weekend to sit in. I know Roy Bloomfield said he's going to come in. I'm sure Brent Gordon will probably bring his horn and drop by. I'm not sure who else drop in, but I know that my good friend Edwin McCain's in town. I don't know if he'll come by or not, but he's in town. So who knows? It could turn out. And then Toby Keith has dropped by before, so we never know who's going to drop in here at Powder 8. So it'll be a fun weekend for sure, and a great way to kick off the St. Patty's Day weekend.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, yeah. Wear your green on Friday. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're so glad that you were able to join us.
Thank you.
I know that are you going to get a little skiing in too?
Yeah, I'm going to try to get up there one day maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, Shannon Danner, he will be playing at Powder 8, right slope side at Beaver Creek, 2:30 to 5:30. Don't miss it. It is a classic form of entertainment right here in the Vail Valley.
Thank you, Tricia. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Awesome fun. I got to go Apre at Powder 8. It's been a few years for me since I was there, but it's always a good time, especially with some live music. So thanks so much. And we're going to talk about St. Paddy's Day. It's coming up Friday. So yes, reminder to wear your green. And there's lots happening across the valley. So the big event that we've seen reoccurring is the Shamrock Shuffle, and this is all part of the Vail Rec District. So this is going to be an opportunity to get your sweat on and race to finish. So this is all going to be around the Vail Nordic Center, and you can sign up and register online. And so early registration's $30, for students it's $25, and then week of, so this would be now, is $35 and $30 for students, and then day of is $40 and $37 for students. And this is going to be really exciting. So there's an opportunity for a 5K and a 10K, and people go all out with their outfits, which is always really fun. And so they put on a lot of different races, but this one, it's on holiday. So it's going to be a lot to look forward to. There are going to be different prizes for the top winners for both the 5K and the 10K. So this is the website. You can go to vailrec.com for more information. This is going to be a really fun one. And another thing to maybe break a sweat, and it's actually going to be with me. This is all happening at the Weston Riverfront at their athletic club. And this is a free dance class. So we'll start with my warm up where we're going to do a lot of conditioning and stretching, which always just feels so good to get your body moving. And then we're going to do a little hip hop dance. And March is the month for women empowerment. So that's going to be a lot of the theme as well. And donations are all going to go to the Cycle Effect, which is a local nonprofit dedicated to empowering young women through mountain biking to create brighter futures and build stronger communities. So this is going to be really fun. And I'm going to be doing more of these in the coming months. Once a month, we're going to be learning a dance. So it's really good for your brain to just pick up choreography, remember it, dance it. It's just all fun. So I'm going to be wearing some green. I still got to figure out my outfit, but this is going to be cool. And then afterwards, a free green smoothie. So lots of reasons to join us over at the Athletic Club at the Westin in Avon. And they're doing some cool things too, with a whole brunch and a whole whiskey tasting on Sunday. So this is going to be lots to look forward to at the Westin. And then on Friday, back to St. Paddy's Day, Chasing Rabbits is doing a pretty cool party. They're going to be doing some green beer and a DJ set from Ski House Party Tours. There's going to be a cover at the door, but no tickets are required. This is a 21 and older event happening from 9 p.m. to 1. Also on Friday, there is a big party happening down in Eagle at a new place called North Coast Originals. And they're going to be having also green beer, green milkshakes, cookie decorating. So that's down Valley if you're there, and it's going to be from 4 to 10. So that'll be a nice family affair. And then also on Friday, the Vail Yeti is playing the Phoenix Desert Dogs. Pup drop is at 7:45. Tickets online are $10 and at the door $15. So this is always a fun way, and there's only a few more weekends left for the Vail Yeti. So make sure to get your Vail Yeti in. There's a couple more weeks. The last one is the last week of March. So that's also happening. Lots happening around town. Let's bring Trisha back in and see what she plans to do for St. Paddy's.
Hey Meredith, you know what? I don't know. There's so much going on. It's hard to pick and choose, but I'm glad you're doing that hip hop thing. That sounds like a lot of fun. And wow, the Westin is really doing a couple of things, like you mentioned, with their big dinner, Stranahan's Whiskey on Sunday. And then we've got the Shamrock Shuffle, which is the snowshoe, or you can use yak tracks. It's part of the Vail Rec District's Winter Series. So that's going on Saturday. And then, of course, Grand Hyatt Vail is offering a special menu. So corned beef, cabbage, lots of things going on. But I'm right down here at the base, and things are starting to liven up quite a bit more. We've got the lift open already. There wasn't really a line or anything today. I think people are just kind of getting up, getting at them. But they're coming off that escalator in a long line. So it's time to get the day started. No snow quite yet. We still have kind of some of those higher clouds. But like I mentioned, it was pretty dark west of Edwards this morning. So I think that's just kind of barreling on down. And we should see that snow start later on today. So please wear the goggles. No sunglasses today. And if you have a choice of lenses, go with the lighter lens.
Definitely. Great information to prepare for the day. People are still getting used to these darker mornings. I think everyone's sleeping in, but we can hear the buzz and the chatter in the background. It's spring break, so you can expect busy days even throughout the week. And then this weekend, after the storm blows through, we'll see some sunny weather this weekend on the mountain. So it's a great time for spring break, for St. Paddy's. Lots to look forward to.
Yeah, it sure is. It's going to be a fun week, fun weekend, and great conditions. We're on a 70-inch base at Vail, 58-inch base at Beaver Creek, with more snow on the way. Meredith, we should make a bet, like what day we actually think we'll hit the 300 mark.
I think that is a good bet. We could start it here on the show. I mean, we're getting close. I think we're going to make it. And like I said earlier, we already surpassed the snowfall for what we received last year. So it is so great, the snow that we've been getting, and still it's in the forecast. So let's pray for some good accumulation out of this storm.
Yeah, and I'm so glad it's not Thursday like I thought it was, because we still have time to get our brackets in for March Madness. So we have one more day to kind of figure out the teams and everything. It's not Thursday yet. It's only Wednesday.
Exactly. I gotta do some studying too. But thanks for a great show. We'll be in reverse tomorrow. I'll be out in the field roaming around. So look forward for us, same time, same place, Facebook and YouTube, and of course, channel 17 locally on Outside TV. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.